The full scope of this weekend's oil spill in Orange County remains unclear. But the leak of at least 126,000 gallons of crude oil is one of the largest in recent years in California. However, the size is still far less than several other catastrophic spills in the state and elsewhere. Oil from the spill reached some marshes and wetland areas Sunday. A day later, it was moving south toward the sensitive coves around Laguna Beach. The overall impact is still hard to assess at this point, but the amount of dumped oil is still only a small fraction of the worst spills in history. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration has been tracking spills since the 1969 Santa Barbara incident. Here is a look at some past oil spills in California beyond the Santa Barbara oil spill of 1969 spewed an estimated 3 million gallons of crude oil into the ocean, creating a slick 35 miles long along California's coast and killing thousands of birds, fish and sea mammals. Following that spill, the region became ground zero for some of the most significant conservation efforts of the 20th century. The Santa Barbara spill was the worst in the nation's history, until 20 years later, when the Exxon Valdez dumped 11 million gallons of crude off the coast of Alaska. 1971, San Francisco Bay AreaTwo tankers collided in heavy fog, sending 800,000 gallons of oil into the water. Thousands of birds died. 1990, American Trader on the afternoon of February 7, 1990, the oil tanker American Trader ran over its anchor in relatively shallow water off Huntington Beach, spilling nearly 417,000 gallons of crude and fouling popular beaches along the Orange County coast. The oil killed fish and about 400 birds. The American Trader, an 800-foot tanker leased by British Petroleum, struck its port anchor while riding in heavy swells about 200 feet off Huntington Beach. It was engaged in a complicated berthing maneuver that involved backing into a mooring where it would be secured to 7 anchor buoys, then connected to an underwater pipeline to offload oil to a terminal near Newland Street operated by Golden West refining company as the loaded tanker heaved up and due. The oil blackened 15 miles of Orange County beaches and threatened environmentally sensitive wetlands. The American Trader's voyage began in Valdez, Alaska, where it took on a cargo of crude bound for oil storage barges at the port of Long Beach. The tanker arrived January 29 and made stops in Long Beach's harbor to unload oil. After that, it took on a new, 23 million gallon load of oil from a supertanker moored off Long Beach. It left Long Beach at 1 p.m. on February 7 and headed south for the Golden West Offshore Mooring off Huntington Beach. There it was to offload 12.5 million gallons of oil to be piped to a refinery in Santa Fe Springs.